Your life is laid out before you even know. That's why you have to accept your fate. What? No, I want to control my life. I got all the options. To a certain extent, maybe, yes. But I like to see it as a metaphor with a big carriage in front of you and you being a dog on a leash that is connected to the carriage. The carriage is moving into a certain direction, but the carriage is invisible. That's the kicker. You don't know where this carriage is moving only by sight or sheer facts. But as soon as you try to go into another direction, the carriage and the leash on your neck will pull you towards the right way that is laid out for you, that's supposed to be experienced and walked by you. So it's a little bit tricky if you can't even see where the carriage is going and you can only rely on this pull, right? But that's also the beauty of it. The indicators are, first of all, you have to really be watchful of the feelings you got. And you have to try out things that go into certain directions to notice if there is like a resistance, right? Like a pull that is bringing you off of your way, that you think is your way, or you're just trying out. And it will feel very daunting, extremely exhausting, and feels like you can't move forward because the carriage, the invisible carriage, keeps moving in this one direction. And you will be pulled there at some point if you like it or not. The more you resist, the more pain you will feel on your neck and be constricted and even break down, and you will be just dragged across the ground because the carriage keeps moving and you are on a leash, maybe even chained up on this invisible carriage. So, what does this mean the other way around? Well, if you go in the wrong direction, you will be constricted and feel pain and will be exhausted because you are working against windmills or an invisible carriage. But doesn't this also mean if you go into the right direction of the carriage, the way it is supposed to be lived by you, then it must feel like a breeze at some point. It must be just ease, freedom. You feel nothing constraining your neck because you are in flow. You are in line with your way. You're aligned with your true purpose in life. And it doesn't mean that there will be some stormy weathers every now and then that will rain down on you, but you still will be able to breathe in the rain. You will still be able to be free in the rain because you are not resisting against this pull, this invisible force, right? So the takeaway is essentially, whatever you do, really be watchful and aware what you are feeling. And if there is this certain pull of resistance that is just dragging you into another direction, no matter what you do, you tried out a gazillion things, and every single time you felt this pull, this exhausting, constraining pull into this one direction. And the very moment you go into this direction where the pull is, you all of a sudden can breathe deeply again. You feel aligned. It has a certain level of ease to it. It just flows what you're doing. That's this fate. That's this direction of the invisible carriage, right? And it's just about acceptance. Even though you maybe not like the view of this horizon where this carriage is heading, but as soon as you accept that this is the way, that this is the journey will be fulfilling, it will be joyful, it will be in flow. And then it's not about the ultimate goal at the end, this horizon. And maybe along the way, on the journey, you tend to like this ultimate goal that will be there at the end. More and more, the longer you are walking this way, because you just understand it more and more with every single step, what this final goal even means for you individually. And even though there are some distractions every now and then, to your left and to your right, that would again smell interesting and look good, and you think about how it will taste if you go there and try to get some snacks off this little distraction to your left and right, you will be ending up again in the direction of the invisible carriage. And you maybe had a short pleasure, but the leash on your neck will pull you again and it will hurt. And you will be maybe dragged on the ground a few, maybe even miles, because you were resisting too long and wanted to have this little vacation on the left or the right way. I'm not saying that's the true way, right? More like directions left and right, but not straightforward where you have to go. So no matter what you do, you will have to accept your fate, and you will have to follow this pull of the invisible carriage, which is called your true purpose in life. But in the beginning, we all have to learn where this pull is coming from. And that's why you can't figure everything out right from the start. That's why you have to try out and have to fail. To feel where this exhausting, constraining resistance pops up. Maybe not right from the beginning, because again, you got some room with the leash. But the further away you go from your true way and your true fate, the more constricting your freedom and breath and well-being will be, let's say, challenged in a very, very unresourceful way. So yeah, just try things out, get the feel for the pull, and as soon as you found one thing where the ease is really even palpable, you get the freedom and the flow. That's where you have to go continuously, and you will learn to love it. Bye bye.